Oh, good morning, my lovely friends. My name is Cher Johnston, and welcome to my happy place. I just get situated. I'm going to work a little bit on Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 2. Uh, that's, that's the Christmas journal, and I have something to share with you today. If you're not familiar with Sherry Iris, you should go check out her channel. This is a panel from Sherry Iris, and I got these lovely hand-dyed wools. And a funny thing happened between the time that I ordered and then I got it. I changed my mind about my Christmas journal, and I didn't want to do like the normal Christmas red like this and the Kelly green, emerald green that's normally this green that's usually used for Christmas. I decided I didn't really like those. And these are the colors I want to use. Isn't that amazing? So then I was stitching on this morning, and I'm doing a split back stitch, which I don't normally do. It doesn't work very well with DMC floss. Um, so I'm not going to show that to you. Also, this is really tiny. This is teeny tiny stitching, which I think I'm kind of into these days. All right, make sure I'm on camera. I'm going to do for his little, I almost called him antenna. Yes, for his little antenna, I'm going to do a, I'm do a chain stitch, and I'm going to wrap it, because this is another one of the things that I'm into these days is um, dimensional embroidery. I really like the 3D kind of look. So let me just explain to you how you do the chain stitch. I'm going to go back into this stitch, and I can go into the same hole. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to take a bite out of the fabric, maybe 1/8 of an inch, because these are tiny. You can do these larger too. In fact, when you're first starting, I would definitely do like at least three strands of embroidery floss. I used to use all 6 strands because I liked oh, I don't know, I just liked it. I just liked uh wrap the thread, pull through. It was just easier. It's just easier when you're learning to do, or better yet, number 8 pearl cotton is also lovely to work with. This is wool thread. Excuse me. If you've watched me before, you know that I don't have a lot of wool thread. I've tried to do thread painting with DMC cotton. It's not the same. Like if you watch Rachel Roxy Creations, I have to hang the needle and let it twist a little bit. And that I just have to do off camera, sorry. If you watch Rachel, she does a lot of thread painting. I sort of paid attention and I went, oh, she uses wool threads. She has a lot of wool thread. I don't so much. Sorry, I need to get my glasses. There we go. I tried to put the camera kind of low today. so that you can see. All right, wrap around. There's our chain stitch. Anyway, let's talk about Rachel. I love watching Rachel's videos. I don't know how she does it. She does a lot of slow stitch. She also does junk journals. And I love watching her. I want to do more junk journals. I have a hard time switching between junk journals and slow stitch. This project for me is going to be a combination, mixed media, if you will. All right, now I'm going to end by going back down outside, and I go back down, and that's just going to tack that down. Now I'm going to whip this stitch, which means I'm going to come up here, make sure I'm not in the same hole. Then I'm going to use the eye of my needle to go through that chain stitch. And then again, the next chain. Not sure that I'm really crazy about using wool. My hands are a little, my skin is a little dry. I'm trying, I'm working on that. But when you have dry skin, look, it does this, and then the wool catches on it. Same thing with silk. I can't use silk threads because, and that's just part of, I do stuff that makes me happy. And if it's going to irritate me to use wool thread, I might not buy any more. I do like, did I get that one? I did. I do like the effects. I love the way it looks. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Now the other thing is, all right, I'm going to go in here, and that's all we're going to do. I wanted to do this on cameras just to show you what I'm doing. Now the next thing, I like that. So this pattern came from this Johanna Basford Christmas. I think it was 2016. I did a lot of coloring. I had a blast with the coloring. It's portable. It's, So here's the little, the little deers. I took a picture and blew it up on my phone and traced it. There's another one. Oh, here, someplace here. I may use this as sort of a guide and put flowers in here. First, I'm going to finish the outline. And I knew that I wanted to do this with the antlers. And Rachel in her video did beads and stuff with the antlers, which I thought was really cool. I have some little tiny Christmas lights that I love that I might put in the antlers. I think that might be kind of cool. The other thing that I wanted to show you is on this, I'm a little obsessed lately with Sherry Iris, and I can't wait till she says she's going to put out some videos on how to do these things. And I'm obsessed with her, like if you go to her YouTube channel, and I'll link her YouTube channel in the description. If you go to her YouTube channel, um, she has a video with this Jane Austen sort of, I don't know, cameo kind of. This is not the right, is it? This needle just doesn't seem very sharp. It has the gold eye though. Anyway, I digress, I'm sorry. She has a specific way of things. Like if you look, her style is kind of like this. There's this is a blip, 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 a woven rose. That's what we're going to do today. That's what I want to show you today. And I think that these are bullion roses. And I don't know what stitch she uses for these. I think this is a fishbone leaf, which I think I'm just going to do that and I'll show you. But today I'm going to show you this woven rose. There's 5 little lines here. So I'm going to do, and you can do 3, you can do 7, as long as it's an uneven number. You could do 9 or 11. That would be really big. I know I sometimes move around a lot too, in addition to going off screen. Just a warning. The other thing that I do is that my neighbors park right outside. Like there's a window 3 feet from me and a parking lot like directly outside my window. Sometimes my neighbor's car is parked 5 feet from where I'm sitting. It's just a little bit irritating. I think I have a microphone that cancels out the noise, or at least diminishes the noise so that you don't hear it so much. But anyways, there we go. So we have our 5 spokes of the wheel. Now I'm going to come up between 2 of those spokes. Yeah, I don't want to. There we go. Then I'm going to use the eye of the needle. I'm going to skip this one and go under this one. And I don't pull too tight. Then I'm going to skip this one and go under this one. And then don't pull through too tight. Then I'm going to skip this one and go under this one. And again, not too tight. This would be easier with a chenille, or not a tapestry needle. I found in one of my books today something that talked about needles, and there are needles that I don't use that maybe I should start using so that I can kind of know the difference. This is an embroidery needle, and I had package. Here it is. These are Gold Eye embroidery needles. It says 3 to 9. I know the little tiny ones are number 9. I don't know if it goes 3, 5, 7, 9 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think they're just 3, 5, 7, 9. And I think this one might be a 3 or a 5. I mean, I'm sure it's a 3 or a 5. I just don't know which one. All right, over and under this one. I'm sure you can't see very well. I can barely see myself. Again, if you do this with some thicker yarn, or would be really pretty with just some knitting yarn, that would be cool. And the little spokes, you can make them bigger. You can make them a lot bigger, actually. And yeah, sometimes I have to pull the thing back to find it. See? And I'm just going to keep going until I like it. You can do these with ribbon as well. The silk ribbon. I think I've done silk ribbon before on my channel. If you're using silk ribbon, you want to let it twist. You want it to twist up. You don't want to smooth it all out. And just make sure that you don't pull too tight. I think that's looking pretty good for a tiny rose. Now I'm going to just follow through with, go to the back. And then, I don't know if she does this or not, but this is something I like to do. I'm going to come up right there in the center. And I'm going to put a colonial knot. Colonial knot goes, make a backward C. Whoop, burr, 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 and go in the back of this, in the like that. And then you make a figure 8 like this. And then before you tighten it, go back down in the center there and hold the needle from the back and tighten it up. Not too tight, just tight enough that it'll look kind of nice. And if this knot is too big, then make a 1 wrap French knot. So I like it. I'm liking it. I'll show you here a 1 wrap French knot, because these little things here are going to be all 1 wrap French knots. French knot goes this way. Hold the, sorry, I have an itch. Hold the thread this way and wrap 1 time around the needle. And then I'll put the needle back in, not in the same space. Just one thread away is enough. And then pull tight, not too tight. And then pull through to the back. Ta-da! I like it. Okay, I'm going to take this thread, this needle, I'm going to park it over here. And let's just pull this here. This thread, this wool thread gets really twisty. I have to watch more Sherry Iris to figure out what she does. Sometimes, you watch people and they don't tell you. They don't say what they're doing, but you have to just watch very carefully and make note of what they're doing. I'm going to do 3 times around with my quilter's knot. Then I'm going to do a fishbone leaf. I think this is what she does with these. I'm not really sure. I'm just going to do a small one up here, just in case. In case this is not what she did with these. I'm going to go up here. Oh, that's a teeny tiny stitch. I don't know if you can even see it. I'm going to go on the right hand side of that. And then I'm going to cross over, go to the left. I'm going to go down and come up on the left hand side. Then I'm going to cross over and I'm going to go down here. I don't know if you can see that, where I'm coming down here. Then I'm going to go up next to, still on the right hand side. Then I'm going to cross over again and go up on the left hand side. Down on the left hand side, up on the left hand side. Then I'm going to cross over. And now you can probably see it a little bit better. I'm going to go down on the right hand side and come up on the right hand side. I'll cross over again, go down on the left hand side and come up on the left hand side. Cross over again, go down on the right hand side. I can hardly see this myself. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh. Now again, you're just learning. Don't try to do like one strand of I almost said dental floss. All right, now I'm going to go down on the right hand side. See, I want it to cross over the top of that stitch there. Then I'm going to come back up on that side of that. Let's do a couple more. We go down here, up there. Down here, and come up there. If you stab stitch this, in other words, if you go down and pull through and then come back up and pull through, might be easier. And if you use a hoop, stab stitching is easier with a hoop. I just don't use them. I think I learned without a hoop. I don't really remember. Anyways, there's our fishbone leaf. And then, I think that's all I'm going to do today on this. I'm going to do a lot of this off camera because it's so tiny, so tiny. And because I think I'm going to get questions about this little guy, I just have to show this to you. Look at him. Isn't he cute? I saw a YouTuber do this, and I think it may have been Jerry Bellini. Well, I know that Jerry Bellini was one of them that I saw do this. This, I think Jerry did felt, and I used this batik fabric that I have. I'm never hand sewing with batik again. It's really hard to sew through. Don't know why, it just is. Then there's that beautiful gold, this DMC G3852. I love this thread, by the way. So this is going to have some gold in it. Anyways, and then these are just jewelry findings and beads. That's a sequin. I don't know what happened there. And then there's this twisted. Everyone was doing this for a while, where you just take two little pieces of fabric and twist them, and then you twist them together. That's kind of cool. Anyway, so that's all for today. I'll put both of these side by side for you in the thumbnail. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. I think I might have a new project that I'm going to do. I was talking to my daughter and I was like, that's all I need is a new project. And she goes, Mom, I'd be worried if you ran out of ideas. Like, oh yeah, I can have 15 billion things going on at once. So we're going to do another new thing. Thanks for watching. Bye.